timer. Today we're headed, we left early, as you probably saw, and we're headed down to Rhode Island. So I think about 250 miles each way, just a day trip. See Sid's family. She hasn't seen her mom in quite some time. We just stopped at the rest area of New Hampshire, and what I thought was fairly amazing was that I'd say 99.9% of the people all had masks on. Now, you know, I don't know how you feel about it, but, you know, I just read about Japan, who, you know, it's very densely populated, and it also has had very few problems because most of the population, I would say the bulk of them, are willing to wear masks and avoid the problem. So to me, that's a pretty good indication that, you know, that's kind of the way to go. And that's what the science people are saying, so it would seem to me that that would be a good plan. But I guess a lot of people just don't want to believe the scientists. I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, it's an inconvenience and everything else, but, you know, it's not absolutely terrible. I wear the one you've seen with the, it goes on your neck. It's more like a tube, because I personally forget if I have the other kind. And I'll go someplace and then all of a sudden, oh crap, don't have the, but it's an inconvenience. And if it doesn't get somebody else sick, hey, minor inconvenience, right?
Wasn't your boss's house?
I don't remember where it was.
No.
Oh, they may have changed the color, you know. Someplace over here, I think. All right, we're in Barrington, Rhode Island right now, which is, Sid grew up in Barrington. I spent a lot of time in Barrington. I used to live in Warren, the town next to this one. And Sid was just saying she went from, you know, when she was in school, they had to drive from Barrington to Providence to go to school. And it was like a 10-mile trip. And, you know, now living in Vermont, 10 minutes gets you almost to Lindenville. So back then that seemed like a long trip. Well, this is sort of downtown Barrington, or a part of it. Here's a place over here, Newport Creamery. And we used to get a thing called an awful, which was basically, what, like a milkshake? Ice cream, milk, all that kind of stuff.
But it was really tall.
Yeah, it was, yeah, that was the town. And let's see, well, I'll show you in a second.
That's Peck School. That's where I went to 5th and 6th grade. This building here.
Oh, that one. I'm like, no, that's the town hall.
Library.
Okay, when I was, it's no longer still here, but this building now used to be a ski shop, that brick building back there. And that was one of my first jobs, and I think by the time I was in the beginning of college, I was managing the ski shop part of that. That was a long time ago. I don't know if it still is, but Barrington used to be a dry liquor town. And, oh, hey, that's where the police station used to be. I remember getting locked up there.
Park.
Huh. My uncle used to be the police chief, and one time he locked me up. It was a joke, by the way. I didn't really get locked up for any real offense.
Just a learning experience.
Right, a learning experience. So I continued on a certain path. Oh, but anyway, so Barrington used to be a dry town, but Warren, the next town over, wasn't. And there was a liquor store as soon as you cross this bridge up ahead. And it used to be always filled with people from Barrington coming over to get their liquor. I don't know if it still is. Okay, yeah, American Tourister is still there. Where's the liquor store? It used to be right around here, wasn't it?
I think you have to take this route.
Oh, there it is. There's the liquor store, still there. So this is Warren, Rhode Island, where I grew up part of my younger years. And let's see.
Right down here.
Yeah, I'll take a right. This Dunkin' Donuts, I can remember. I'll show you. Right around the corner was my aunt's house. And I remember when this Dunkin' Donuts went in, a family of Portuguese people had bought a tenement house. They all worked, pooled their money together, and started this Dunkin' Donuts. Now, that was a while ago. Okay. See this beige with the blue shutters? That used to be my aunt's house. I painted that house when I was probably 16. Ate there plenty of times. Okay, this place, Baker Street, is, let's see, it looks about the same. Close.
That White House right
This house right here used to be my grandparents' house. My mother grew up there. That yard seemed much bigger back then.
Well, I think the tree's grown.
Yeah. But that was the house, first floor I lived in when I was a kid. And when I was 3, I ended up, or 2, I don't remember, 2 or 3, ended up walking up the street here to the corner to the main street. And, you know, back then it wasn't quite as busy as it is now. And some lady, who I guess knew who I was, brought me back to the house and told my mother, I think he belongs to you. And I was up here on Main Street. So when I was a little bit older, and I'll show you the house up ahead, used to live up the street, and that, what you see is the supermarket over there, or Warren Supermarket convenience store, used to be a gas station. So you could walk down there and get candies and all that kind of stuff. And it used to be, I'm pretty sure it was a Sunoco station. And you could get, back then, if you did like a fill up or something, you could get coins. And then you put them in a thing and you could redeem them for, I don't know, sort of like green stamps or something like that. Let's see if I can.
Green stamps. Nobody knows what those are.
I know. Where is that house? It's right up around. Okay, the house with all the trees in here. It's a big walnut tree right there. Yep, that was the house I grew up in, or one of them. So now we're in Bristol. I mean, the towns are like, I don't know, stone's throw, and you're out of the town. So now we're in Bristol, Rhode Island, which is where we're going. And I didn't used to spend a lot of time in Bristol. I didn't really know anybody in Bristol through younger years or any of that kind of stuff. I was thinking we were going to our nieces, but we're not. We're going to Sid's sister's, which is another place. Sid's sister lives over there someplace. So I got to turn around. So as you can tell, Bristol is on it's on Narragansett Bay, actually. Kind of foggy out there. And all of these towns that were on the water were all, you know, seafaring towns. So there's a lot of old colonial houses, kind of small streets. And it's pretty much kept the same character over all the years. Certain, of course, aspects have changed, but the town itself has pretty much remain the same. We're headed back home, and we're up by Concord, New Hampshire, and this has already been, that lane that you're seeing on the other side there is going south. We're going north, not too many people doing that, but you can see how many people are headed south. I mean, I grant you it's summer and all that kind of stuff, but this is pretty wild. This is miles and miles of backed up traffic. And we were back there. There was no accident or anything else.
This is just Concord.
Right. This is just traffic coming from up north, going back home to wherever that is. So all those people are coming back from their weekend or day trip or whatever. I mean, I know we're coming back, but we had a family get together. We all sat outside. We all separated apart. All had separate utensils, etc. So we were relatively as careful as you could be. And I kind of wonder, with the amount of traffic coming south, how many of those people, is this, going to start a new surge in New England? If that's the kind of thing I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if we're in for a fun fall and winter, because I don't see that down south has got some, down south, out west, different places, big problems. What's going to happen in the fall, which isn't that far away in our part of the world? It gets cold, the houses get closed up, people are more inside, and then you throw on top of that flu season. Because I'm pretty sure the virus isn't going to say, oh, it's your turn this year, coronavirus. I won't do the regular flu because you're doing a great job at messing things up. I take the year off. Probably not.
Traffic going north.
Yeah. Traffic going north? Not so bad. Well, back home, 530-mile trip today. Not bad, I guess. Most of, other than that traffic you saw, traffic really wasn't bad. The way we were going, anyway. Okay, on the right is my foot. On the left is a moose foot. And I guess the moose came up through here, I'm assuming, last night. I don't know what he was doing, but he walked up through here. Where did he go? He was all over here. Well, he stepped, oh, look at it. He ended up stepping on my beans. Yeah, he squished my beans. Well, bears, moose, I don't know. The wild kingdom.